What is up, DTube? What is up, Steam blockchain? So today I wanna make a video with the title Replacing HODL with Be Active. So let's talk a little bit about this. So first, what is HODL? What is HODL? HODL! HODL. It's basically a misspelling of hold, and it's taking a line from, I think, Game of Thrones, where one of the guys says HODL, HODL, and it basically means and then people took that as, wait a sec, maybe he says HODL, that you should hold, that you shouldn't sell something. So hold has become a very big term in this industry. But what if you can replace it with Be Active? What I mean with Be Active, well, for me, in many ways, when I look at it, when I look at the term hold, like I like that idea of hold, but use sounds even better. That something is so good that you want to use it. You don't just want to hold it. So in many ways, and that's what I mean with Be Active. It's another term for, let's say, use. Shouldn't something be used? Isn't it better if a person at least use something a little bit every day? That term, that people think a little bit about it. If they see, for example, a currency or a token or something, do they want to hold that, or do they want to use that? Is the product so amazing that you can see that, oh my god, this is going to be real in the future? I don't just have to sit on it, I can use it. Because for me it seems as if a person gets the feeling of something, that they just want to hold it, they don't want to move it, they don't want to do anything. For me, that sounds like that project doesn't have that much economic power in terms of a global community. That it doesn't seem like there is any big strong community backing something, backing a digital currency that is actually using it on a daily basis. It doesn't seem as people trust in that thing, that they don't trust it even to use it. They just want some digital gold, something that's super safe, that just hold it. Don't use it. And I know that many people also, in many ways, when they say hold, they also mean use. But at the moment, I wouldn't say that there's really any super large mainstream app or any mainstream digital currency that's actually being used by many people. We can see that Bitcoin has around 300 to 400,000 transactions per day. But I wouldn't say that yet is something that people want to. I would say that people mainly want to hold Bitcoin. They don't want to move it around so much. And I think eventually it should be some token that people are going to use a lot. And that I think that Be Active is a very nice term. What I mean with Be Active is, I think a person every day should learn a little bit more about this new technology, and not just learn, but do something, some kind of activity. It doesn't have to be something massive. It can be a video, it can be a photo. But I look at, okay, so shouldn't I have some kind of investment into the future? If I would just sit on something and do nothing, it seems as I would miss out on the benefit of learning the inclusive nature of life. So for me, in many ways, hold seems as, it doesn't seem super inclusive. It doesn't seem very inclusive in terms of sharing value around, or sharing some token system around. It seems as, in many ways, some get rich quick thing. So first, infrastructure is needed to have a be active thing going on. Infrastructure needs to be built very large over the world. These truly decentralized systems. It doesn't exist at the moment. We have blockchains, but if you really look at where the nodes are located, where the mining is located, it can be 1000x more decentralized. Better nodes, better locations, better movements of who is producing the blocks. There is so much improvements that can be done, and that will be done. If it won't happen with blockchain technology, it will happen with some other technology. So, be active. It's a beautiful term. I think it's a very beautiful term because if a person does something daily, some kind of activity, some kind of learning, the future is going to be great if everyone does that. Because if everyone has an inclusive mindset, clearly the future is going to be amazing. Amazing. The fun part about these systems, and also the scary part, is that it's in many ways, if a currency succeeds or if a token succeeds, in many ways it's an all or nothing kind of game, where it's about timing, it's about getting to critical mass, it's about doing a really good job at the right time and hitting a critical mass where people love something so much that it can be a huge success. And that when more energy flows in a particular direction, it's going to keep moving there, it's going to keep moving there, because the value is at a specific location, which means a lot of projects is going to go very, very fast, I think, to zero. And in some ways, I think it's because a lack of activity, a lack of a long-term mindset. It takes a lot. It takes a lot to learn. It takes many, many years. And I can see I can see why a lot of people would completely ignore this space, and I can also see why it seems as a little bit of daily activity, be active, that it seems like it's not worth it. But something that I learned with making YouTube videos is momentum really works. Momentum truly works. Oh my god, it works so well. And it goes so fast. Momentum in terms of, it seems as activity is something that takes a lot of energy, takes a lot of resources. But in many ways, be passive takes more energy. This might sound weird, but most stuff really comes from nothing. Almost nothing, or nothing. Which means a person even sitting, doing nothing, in many ways that also takes energy and can feel stressful. It can seem as, why should I do activity? Why should I do activity? I don't know what kind of activity this is, but I think in the crypto space, it would really be healthy to have a be active thing going on, even though a person, it seems as they don't have any influence. But with what everyone has influence, some kind of influence. Everything affects everything else, especially now in the global economy, or in the global age. And if you see someone that's active, that truly is an indicator that they really are investing in the future. Nobody knows how the future is gonna be, but clearly if everyone is active, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be really great. Because we're gonna get a better product than in the end. Because people are intelligent. But if people don't use their intelligence, well, we're gonna get, everything's just gonna be worse. So it's up to a person what they sort of look at it. Be active, for example, what that means for them. But I mean be active in the crypto space, and because there's so much to learn, and we really need experts. I mean, we really need many experts. I mean, many experts. There's so many positions that needs to be filled of people just, I would say, observing the digital space. And not just that, but observing the digital landscape, because there are limitless ways of looking at everything. There's so many ways of looking at everything. And it would benefit with more intelligence. For example, we're gonna have some kind of AI, which is gonna be pretty epic. Some kind of AI. It's gonna be really cool. But I find it very interesting to see a person on the internet, especially when there's a person that's really doing something. They're really investing a lot of energy into something, when they really are investing energy into something. It's very, let's say, inspiring. Hodl is just, I mean, yeah, it can go, someone can 100x something, they can even 1000x something, but what does that value mean if it's not on a be active digital system? Where, for example, if you combine it with be active, or just all in on be active, the economic power is just going to be so much more interesting, because more people, and value that is better spread is going to be worth more in many ways. So that's going to be interesting. So there is so much game theory in this topic. There's so many limitless ways of looking at it. But I love the be active term. I love it. Because if let's say a person is active in this space, you don't really know where it's gonna go, what's gonna come up next. You don't really know, and in many ways that's very exciting. So it's in many ways it's gonna go from a goal generation to a process generation, and that's really what I'm talking about. The process, the process of doing something. That should be the key, not the result, not some weird goal into the future or something, because most people's goals are they are around the same topics. Most people sort of wants the same thing. So be active. Words are quite powerful, I would say. They truly work. See how one word hold can move so many people. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. But I'm very scared of if it's just hold. Imagine a world where no one is moving value around, where everyone is just holding stuff. Where's the value? If there is no active value flow, if people are not active, there really is not that much economic activity. I mean, I may be wrong. I'm not an expert on this, but it does seem as if hold was the only thing people did. it seems as value in many ways would stop. And isn't the whole core idea of value that it should move fast, that people want to move value, that there is more looking at this space than just 100x, 500x, 1000x. I think if everyone is just a little bit more attentive and just a little bit more active, stuff is going to be really, really well, or stuff is going to progress really, really well. But it can also be two different worlds. Maybe that's wrong to say, but I think the digital world, I mean, in many ways, it's like a world, but a limitless world where nobody knows what comes up next. I like that. The physical world, in many ways, is also, in some ways, it's limited, but if you look at what a human's going to explore in their life, it's very limitless in terms of the time they have to explore something, and they don't have really the time to explore the whole planet. There is not enough time. 100 years, tops. There is not time to go to all places, to dive deep into everything. So, kind of interesting to see how this evolves. But I think some agree that be active is better than hold. Because, I mean, in many ways, if a person truly is active, if they truly are mega active every day, would there be any topics of 10x or 100x? Would it even matter? Or would the process of doing something matter more? People are more concerned about the result than the process. And that is why humans are maybe a little bit confused. They just need a little bit more passion about the process. And I think stuff is going to be really, really well. Active, as I said earlier in this video, it's really a beautiful word. Yeah, have a great day, DTube, and stay blockchain. Bye-bye.